This episode of 4DMs and a Noob is rated D&D 17 and contains elements of mushrooms, scene changes, and villainous exposition. Have a snappy day.
Welcome to 4DMs and a Noob. I am Josh W. and we are on episode 26. I feel like we thought we were out of the woods with killing the warden, but it seems like maybe now all is not over and done yet. I'll just say that. With the mayor coming on and taking this book we found. And that's kind of where we left off in, what was it called as the noob here? The underdark?
The underdark.
The underdark was where we find ourselves. But before we get into that story, as always, really quickly, I'd like to introduce ourselves and who we are playing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ruein Butler, and I'm playing Solon.
I'm Chase Esmiel, and I am playing Basil of the Rue.
I'm Dan Weber, and I play Gwen Repar. That's with 5 L's, but you can call me Gwen.
I'm Josh W., and I'm playing Jonu.
And my name is Zach Church. I'll be playing Norm Lagore and also the DM for this session. So yeah, we're gonna go play around in the darkness.
Take me to church.
Take me to dark.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So
Literally.
when last we left off, our intrepid heroes got straight up banished to what is effectively the Nether Realm.
The Gooch.
Dude,
The Gooch. We're in the Gooch of Faerun.
Gosh.
the
in-between.
the ABC of Faerun.
See what creatures spawn out of the gooch of Faerun.
Should I do my Mightykin voices?
No, you should not.
Why not, Ryan?
Whoa!
Love.
What are you, Toad from Super Mario?
No, I did the guy's voice from Princess's Bride. Hello, how are we doing
He made all the mic and
today?
it's tiny little creatures that were being stomped on. Like,
Stop! No! You're just crushing them.
My wife and kids!
exactly.
Yeah. I did.
Whole family!
I did mini Mightykins in my last campaign.
I thought we were friends!
Literally what I did. It was great. One of Ryan's favorite characters that I've done.
That was so great.
So this is a side tangent. One of my favorite characters that anybody's ever played was my brother played a storm monk named Kelfia, and he spoke like this.
With a whiff.
His F's were F's, and he got introduced to another character, and was like, "So how do you feel about that?" Kelfia is smitten.
So he played Mike Tyson.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, I just
No, Kiff. So last time we left off, we just straight up dumped you in an office into the Underdark. Luckily, you have a couple of people here that, at least one that kind of knows where he's going, and one that definitely knows where he lives.
I want to start this episode at the end of the last episode. The mayor had said, "I'll deal with you later," looking right at me. I want to roll because I kind of feel like I know who this is. But as the meta, I know who this is, right? I just put two and two together. But as my character, I want to roll to see if I can perception to be like,
Oh no, you're gonna need to give me. Give me history.
okay,
With advantage.
He's like
advantage?
looking at the guy and looking behind him. He looks at him again, points at himself.
Little old me.
18.
18. Yeah, you do not visibly recognize him because he doesn't look the same, but the voice and the smile and the way that he behaved, you absolutely know that this is real.
So have I told them all about Ruin?
No.
What did you say?
No.
Not during on the episode, but at any point during a long rest or
You've
something?
never talked
I'm
about
also going to need you to give me a wisdom save.
Okay.
because you're also thinking about your friend.
A 14.
14. I'll give it to you. You hold it together enough to not just lose your whole shit, because this is the point where you now remember everything. to not put too fine a point to it, you snapped back to reality.
Oops. So I hadn't remembered everything previously. There was still some.
You had gained your memory of who you were. This is it was that scratching in the back of your mind, like you recognized certain things. Like I don't. This is weird. Like I remember what I feel like I should remember more about this. This is you remember exactly what happened to get you through the portal. You remember exactly, you remember the exact moment everything happened. Everything is very, very clear to you now. I also need you to give me an Arcana check.
All right. 12.
Yeah, that's high enough. You have this thought process and you're running through it in your head. You feel like you can feel the sword in your sword in its scabbard almost start to vibrate.
I'll kind of take it out, see what's going on with it.
You see a line. It's like a shining gold line that runs straight up the middle of the blade, all the way through the fuller, almost to the tip of the blade. This absolutely was not here before. When it stopped shining, you see a set of those runes that had covered the book. These look like they were like intricately carved versus like scratched in with a knife like the book was. But this is when you've heard everybody else talking about like an attunement to something, you suddenly know what they mean by that. There's an actual like magical connection between you and your sword. Whoa, why are you dropping things? I will give that information of what that will actually mean to you in a minute.
Okay. I do have a couple more things real quick. So while when I sheath the sword, I go pick up the boomerang. The boomerang also had some runes I didn't recognize. Do I now know what those say on it? It just say boomerang.
It actually says the goddamn boomerang.
It says Acme.
So it at least visibly looks mostly the same. You notice right where you'd thrown it in and connected to the book, there is a small spider web of it almost looks like purple glowing light coming off of there. It looks like it cracked, but like it cracked, but it is being held together by some kind of magical force. What that will mean is that now it's not a percent chance that will come back to you. If you hit something with it, it doesn't hit and then comes spinning back to you. When it hits, it does its damage and then immediately teleports back to your hand.
Heck yeah.
And then one more thing, since they don't know, I wanted when it clicked, I want and I don't want to spill the whole story because that would take too long, but I tell them of the story of who I am, where I'm from. I start telling them of Ruein, how he's this evil entity that had possessed my friend Grimjow, how we had this final epic fight, and how at the very end, how I got that wound that they've all seen in the jail, right? I tell them how I got that wound from Grimjow, who was possessed by Ruein, and how at the last moment we all got sucked into that portal. And so this means Grimjow isn't possessed by Ruein anymore, but Ruein is now possessing the mayor. How that happens, I'll say this is weird because we all went through at the same time. It would seem like maybe the mayor was possessed 6 years ago, right? Just this is me guessing here, telling the group based on the facts we've received so far. And then just, I think that's pretty much a good intro on that. So it'd be like, we might have a new big bad, guys.
So you're telling me you had all this information, you held it from us this entire time?
No, some of this information just came back to me right now.
What a coincidence! And
Time out. Do me a favor, because I did this all without actually having everybody else roll it. Everybody give me a perception roll.
Even me or not me?
No, not you, because that's happening to you.
20 not natural.
20 not natural.
Same. Or no. Sorry. Sorry, that's a 14. Math's really hard.
It's like you.
6 plus 8 is 20.
I like that math. I'm using that from now on. It's canonical. Everything's a 20. You'll notice like when he pulled the sword, you've seen it enough now that you watch something happen. Like you've never seen somebody attuned to something. That's when he tells you like that realization that came on his face, and he explained that to you like. Okay.
No, I'm still pissed. I'm like, what a coincidence.
As far as I'm aware, you haven't told me your full life story yet.
But are you sure these are your knowledge and not just knowledge fed to you by this sword?
No, I'm sure. I can feel it in my
How do you know
genes.
it's not coming from this Ruein guy who's not just trying to mess with your memories with his magic that he now holds and can ruin, no pun intended, ruin portals and this whole dimension. So you brought your problems into my life.
I didn't bring no problems. The portal brought the problems.
So
Norm looks up and goes, I don't know that he brought anything here. To be totally honest, all of us are here, I think, kind of by random chance. And to be totally honest, I think it's probably for the best.
this sounds like a question for the cleric. Are we all here by chance? Or are we here for a purpose? Pass on to my superiors.
I'll have to roll bones on that one, and I'm out. I ate them. I was peckish.
So yeah,
No,
I fill
I-
them in on what I know.
No, I do understand that. It was just one of those things. It's just sucks to find out this right at this moment when we did all the work for that guy.
Are we sure
And
this
he-
isn't just the mayor's, like the actual
Mayor.
bad guy's physical, corporeal body instead of just a possession?
I mean,
Have you seen his body ever before? You said he was possessed. He possessed your friend's body. So
Have you
does he
seen him in
actually?
physical
Have you seen
material?
say it one more time.
Have you seen him like in a material form?
Yeah.
I personally have not. Just from the stories of our legends of my home world.
What does he look like, if you don't mind, in your stories and legends?
Think of just a very beefy Goliath of a man, long flowing hair, horns on his head.
Wait, Goliath of a man or a Goliath?
I mean, it varies.
Actually, give me a history roll, because I don't think you've ever actually seen a Goliath.
His world.
A 10. So
He looks at you like, what?
Yeah.
There's a race of people called Goliaths, which are descended from giants, and then
Yes.
there's big people.
all right. Well, in my world, and I gotta go find this because there actually is a race that I mentioned. So if we give me a second here,
He's only like a foot and a half taller, literally, than everybody in existence.
Wait.
Wait a second. So you're telling me he's kind of like what we saw,
Imperial.
just a larger form of
oh wait, here we go.
the race of whatever your people are?
Correct.
Okay, so kind
So
of
he's
what
a
just
big
happened
elf.
to the mayor is the mayor's body is now transforming into this man.
A big elf.
I don't know. Again, from my understanding of the history, which Miri, the person I was tasked with protecting, and she knew more about that than me. What she had told me was he does have his own body and can manifest his own body, but until he can do that, he has to possess others.
So do you think now that he's found this body and now he's found this power that he's going to be able to manifest his body? Because the mayor was not that big before.
Is he
I
a
am not
witch or
sure on that.
something?
Say again?
This Miri, so if the mayor came through, your friend Miri and what was your other friend's name again?
Grimjow.
Grimjow, they're here too. So if she has more information, it might be good to find her before the mayor finds her.
I would agree.
Or Ruein, I guess now.
Good Juno. That is the race
Juno.
of my friend Grimjow. Good Juno.
They're just large people.
Yeah.
So they're, I guess, Goliaths of his world. That's cool.
Wonder if they look the same.
Dude,
I guess we'll find out
Yeah.
if we find this ruined guy.
that's cool. All right. So I guess first things first is find a way out the Underdark to find Miri.
It looks
Sounds
like the only way is straight, so this makes it easy.
Do you know of anything that of where Mary might be?
I mean, the only thing I know is that back when the warden was still alive, I saw that dog. I didn't know it at the time, but that dog had that necklace and he shows they were wearing the other half of this. But back, and I just found this out right now when more of my memory came back. Grimgel had originally been wearing that right before we all went into the portal. So I don't know if that's Grimgel. I don't know if that's Miri.
So it's either one of your friends. So either way, we need to help them out.
Yeah.
Because if he gets them back and knows that you're here.
And here you go. And so I described it. And when I said the dog, obviously, y'all had seen that dog before, so.
That's crazy. Basil just kind of like ears, instead of being perky because listening, his ears kind of like, he goes, man, that's a coincidence.
What's a coincidence?
We saw that dog at the mayor's.
And you're just now telling me this now?
Well, you said
saw it at the mayor's?
Yeah, no, not the mayor's. We saw it at the
Warden's?
with the warden. Yeah,
We saw it at the warden?
yeah, with the warden. The blonde dog was with the warden.
Oh, so you had never seen that dog before?
No, never in my life.
I'm rolling.
Wasn't that the dog at the loot bitch?
And then I turned it back to Basil.
I was thinking about using it for ingredients.
That's crazy.
I've heard there's a
What am I
country
rolling?
that makes chow out of it.
Yeah, I'm playing poorly right now. I'm
hold
pretty
on.
flustered.
How angry would Jonu be right now with everybody?
I'm trying to think because obviously they wouldn't have known, right? But now that they do know and they're saying it, that definitely would be like, are you
Hold on.
serious?
I was saying was thinking. That's a past tense term.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution.
Like Constitution saving?
No, just a straight up Constitution roll.
Okay, that's going to be a... Where is it?
Well, he's not going to catch me in a lie because I rolled a 24. Even with disadvantage.
A 12.
Yeah, I think you lose your cool a little bit.
Maybe I just kind of like... Maybe watch our words.
She's not a bitch. Definitely not one of those.
That's what the place is called.
Oh.
Let's just continue on.
Yep, definitely. Basil looks around to see if he can see anything in the room that was once there, if there's anything helpful or could be helpful. Before going into the Underdark. Seeing if there's any way out of here before we venture in.
Honestly, the room is now disheveled because it got thrown into another place.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: the only thing that is still standing and in place, there are three things: the two Warforged, and why are you breaking stuff? And the chess set. No, like it literally didn't move. You see everything else is thrown about the place. The chess set is still exactly where it was, and it didn't. The pieces didn't move. Nothing.
Like still like perpendicular to the ground and everything.
Since I have an idea. This was the Warden's Ring. I now have schematics to the Warforged, and there's two of them right there. Give me a minute. So I pull out the schematics once again, roll it out. Is there anything that...
I'm gonna need 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go through. Y'all are looking through. Like I said, nothing really else has changed. Chase, you said you're gonna try to mess around.
Yeah, I'm looking at the manuscripts that has like the stuff on the Warforged, because there's two there. I've been very curious about this ring this whole time. I've been like using it as a spiritual guide in essence to try and figure things out.
So give me. Give me a straight intelligence check, first off.
Plus 0 to that. Would it be with advantage? Because the rings we had in the prison were attached to being spellbound. Nat 1.
Dude, change your dice.
Out of the game. Out of the game.
Two
So-
daddies.
I've had...
Here we go. You are so confident that you know exactly what this says.
Cool.
And that it is basically you are wearing the control, like the control ring.
Yeah, that's what
I'm fully on board with that. And it's like you need to like basically what it's telling you to do, as far as you know, is that you need to like activate them by contact.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been to farms. You've seen how they like inseminate the cow.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I know how to
Yeah, I was like, I got this.
activate a cow.
Gloves up.
Y'all see, you see Basil.
It specifies that you basically need to lay hands on the actual.
So you see Basil go, that's it. That's some. I roll it up, like confident head and kind of like popping back and forth. I like happily hop over to the Warforged guys. This is all it was the whole time, and I slapped the leg.
I need you. God damn it! I need you to give me a at disadvantage Constitution. Actually, no. Yeah, no Constitution.
We're both 14s plus 1, 15.
Okay. I also now need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
With this or normal?
Just regular. You use that dice. That's a scary die for you.
It's the one I've used the whole campaign. I'm not changing things.
Please tell me that was a 2.
No, it's a little more than that.
It's a 5.
What you said, wisdom saving?
Yes.
11.
But only because you passed the con save do you make this. You feel like you just got immediately lit on fire. Like as soon as your hand connects, your whole body feels like it's being engulfed in flames. You do not take any psychic damage from this.
Okay. I put it on as confidently as possible, and I just go, Shay, I'm on fire. And I start rolling on the ground.
Oh, no, you don't take your hand off of it.
I can't?
You don't get to take your hand off of it.
Well, then I try to go down to roll. I'm like,
You lock up. You think you're doing all of this.
Yeah.
You're watching yourself do all of this.
Okay.
You weirdly, like for just half a second, you are like 9 feet tall.
I'm like, and y'all see the Warforged head kind of just tilt down, looking at
that. And when that happens, that's when you see yourself and you have that disconnect, and then you come back into your own body.
Can I take my hand off yet?
Yes.
Just carrots and other vegetables come up and like,
Carriage and cabbage stew.
I misread the manuscript. That wasn't how you do it. I'll have to learn. But there's something here.
If anybody that wants to, give me an Arcana check.
I'm not really great at that kind of thing. I just kind of do magic.
17.
17. I think Jonu kind of witnessed this happen. You didn't actually see it, but you didn't see the transference, as it were, but you definitely saw, like, you watched Basil's body go limp, and then the Warforged kind of come to life, and it's kind of still in the same position, and then Basil come back to life. Basil, there is a pit in your stomach. Like, you're missing something. Like, it's not hunger. It's just like, there's something wrong with you now.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm just like, I try to sing, and it sounds awful. My voice is gone. Like the tune, all of it's gone.
Yeah,
I would like to try to pretend. I'm going to do deception. Or performance. I want to make it look good.
And gentlemen, that's my real voice.
Actually, you see Norm is standing not too far away. Yeah, Norm tries to like listen and kind of like be like there for you. You make that noise, and it resonates with him and all the room. You see him literally like start to like, God, what was that?
And I see that reaction. It's just Basil just starts crying.
Gwen's covering Alistair's ears.
So, like, did he lose his voice to sing, or like lose his voice to speak also?
No, just he couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Oh, okay. Like his inner ears messed up.
Yeah, like he's.
I'll never perform again. Just, he's exiting, and I'm looking not only at that, I'm looking down at the ring, the elven ring, and I'm just holding it, just crying.
So the ring that you're currently wearing, that the warden's ring,
Yeah.
it's bleeding.
I'm not even focused on the bleeding. I'm just holding my mother's ring.
Okay.
I really need to take a nap, and I can take these curse off of you.
You're bleeding from that finger. The rest of you see the Warforged kind of standing there for just a second, and it kind of jerks awake and kind of like looks around at the rest of you, and in a very dulcet kind of monotone voice says,
Hello.
Hello. It sings it beautifully.
Hi, neighbor.
he
Hi.
looks to the rest of you and says,
How may I be of service?
Basil's just still looking at his ring, not really focused on this.
you see this Warforged looks down and he's holding a shield and frankly massive spear and just drops them both.
Yep.
And kind of like it's no longer 9 feet tall. It's not this proud, tall, standing statue. It kind of lowers itself down a little bit, and like hands kind of laced in front of its legs, like it's waiting for you to give it instruction.
Oh, great. You woke the Warforged with the security issues.
What are you talking about? Like, I look up and I kind of look, and that's the one that I kind of was like seeing myself through, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, pick up your weapons.
I cannot do that.
Oh, why not?
That was not what I was built for.
What are you built for?
I was built to be of service to our master.
What kind of service?
Daily, any kind of daily necessities, chores, things of that nature. I am a servitor,
Like a butler.
effectively.
Who do you buttle?
I buttle Riot.
Whoa!
He is a Ryan butler.
Gosh. Go die. You're getting disadvantaged by DM next.
So were you made for the warden, or were you?
I'm not exactly sure who the warden is.
Who?
Jonu, this seems like you guys are. You could talk to him. It sounds like he's got the same thing you had.
I just remember.
Maybe you can start like a group, like a support group.
For amnesiacs.
You see, he.
I look at it and I say, well, who do you serve right now?
You, sir.
Well, wiggle my ears and tickle my toes.
He's got a metal butler. Congratulations.
Super cool, actually. Anyways, Basil. So I lost my voice, so you can serve me?
I'm not exactly sure what you mean by you lost your voice, but I am here to serve. I was my original order given to me by my creator.
This is what I mean by loss. And I try to sing again, and it sounds like animals dying.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Quinn's like, yes.
He short
Yes.
circuits.
And it's like that.
I'm not ashamed to say I got a little chub right now from that.
In front of your daughter. Wow. Be more respectful, sir.
She's looking around for food when she heard the.
Yeah, she's looking. Her eyes make contact with me again.
Did animals swear?
Yeah, Alistair looks at you and like for just a second, and then kind of like, fine.
Yeah, and I guess. Well, I guess I wasn't much of a singer in the first place. Why bother now? What's your name?
Little bat boy.
He
Beep boop.
he see him kind of cock his head to the side, and he looks puzzled for a moment and says,
I do not know that I have a name. I was never given one.
Your creator sounds like kind of a dick. Who created? You keep saying your creator.
That asshole.
There are pieces missing.
I've been there.
I was a gift to a new place to help serve and protect civilians to ensure the safety of this new land. But I do not remember what happened when we arrived. I remember us entering a place, and then my mind is blank.
Good news and bad news. The good news is that you're back and some of your friends are here. Solon, you want to tell him the bad news? About all of his dead friends?
Oh, they're all dead.
I don't like giving bad news.
you see him look to the other Warforged and like reach out and put a hand to it, and like he's trying to shake him awake gently, and just you watch him shrink down just a little bit more.
There were 100 of us.
Can you tell how many are missing? Was there any connection between all of y'all that you can kind of get that understanding, or not?
I feel empty.
So do you only feel a connection to me then?
And he turns back to you. Basil, what color are your eyes?
Oh, I believe I have them as black.
Okay. Another creepy red.
Yeah, not the creepy red. Yeah, they're just black eyes.
Okay. You see that originally when it had turned to look to you, it had just a solid bright white, like kind of light blue eye. It kind of spirals through and turns into this very dark blue and nods and says,
Yes. You have given me a connection.
Do you think you could keep caressing these statues and bringing them to life?
I don't want to lose anything else. You will be Bon for now.
Wait, what?
Bon. He's part of a bunny. He's Bon.
Like a candy?
Bon Bon.
Bon. For now.
I'm calling you Candy.
Well, our little family is just growing and growing, isn't it?
for mechanical reasons. So he has the same like movement speed as the average person.
Yeah.
He straight up will not attack anything.
That's fine. I understand.
He is.
Yeah, he's a servant.
He is effectively a mule.
But how
Yeah.
strong is... Yes.
Yes. Can he grapple?
He will not make attacks.
But how much can he carry?
Point blank.
Okay.
You're basically looking at non-combat Baymax.
Cool. So Baymax, how Baymax is before they gave the chip. Cool.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
So is he a medical droid?
Should have named him King.
We don't. You don't
came out of
know.
nowhere.
You don't know.
I don't know
yet.
why. And I go, all right. So, all right.
You see him. He kind of hunches down and is awaiting your orders.
Can you go around and grab anything of value? Do you know what value means?
Depends on the value.
Monetary value. I pull out out of my pocket. See anything like this? Go look around real quick. Finish cleaning up.
Just reaches into Norm and starts ripping shit out.
Well, technically, he wouldn't do that because that would be kind of attacking.
Yep. There you go.
Gross. A puddle starts rummaging through.
I say, and then I would like for you to look for a bag. That way you can carry things. Could you do that for me real quick?
I may be able to carry things without a bag.
And you see, the chest compartment kind of opens up, and it is for lack of a better term, it's like a chest of drawers.
Yeah, cool. I'm here for it. But then I'll be like, all right, awesome.
It's like Clank.
But then also, if we do find a bag, you can carry that stuff too, so we have more space.
You can,
Hey,
you
Gwen.
can wrap a cloth around the end of your spear and carry it over your shoulder.
Is he made out of iron?
And what kind of material are we talking about?
And for his stats, the Warforged were I forgot what it was exactly, but it was the middle of all the stats between flesh giant or the flesh golem and animated armor. So whatever the middle for each of those.
Oh, I just thought you
is.
used Iron Golem. That makes sense then. Or the Iron Guardian, whatever it was called. But
Right.
that's cool.
I'm like, well, Norm, if you want, you don't need to carry all those things anymore if you don't want to have all that stuff in you. That way, we have something else to carry it.
It's even more gross, actually. Flesh armor.
Could Norm go inside of the armor and now be...
Wasn't that a movie?
Real steel.
No, not really.
Iron Giant?
Roll me a d12.
It's cocked. Nope. 9.
The warden's back. 9.
9.
So, let me do this. Because Norma's going up to inspect him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a 13. Norm walks up and kind of knocks on his shin.
Yeah.
And you see Norm kind of reach under and almost kind of pick up one of his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, I believe Bonbon's outer shell is made out of mithril.
I don't know anything about metal. What's mithril?
It is an incredibly strong, incredibly lightweight material. He is arguably, if this is what he is truly made out of it and it's not mixed with anything, he is almost indestructible depending on what it covers and how he's built.
He's not made out of... He's not the same material as the other ones that we've encountered. These two are different. Okay. Question: Is there? I look. Is there any shields that were put up for decor or anything like that?
Just the ones they were holding.
I asked him so. Also, pick up that shield after you're done doing the other things. It's not to attack or anything. It's to protect.
He grabs it and looks at it for a moment and turns around and places it over his back, like on his back.
Cool.
For once again, for mechanical purposes, because he doesn't attack anything.
Yeah.
He can be attacked.
Yeah.
Because of the what he is made out of. You basically have a Mr. Handy following you around, like Fallout style.
Yep.
This man, beefy. Like he will literally be a statue when you're in combat.
So you're saying I could probably dimension door inside of him?
No,
Damn.
no, there's not enough space.
Not enough even
There's
for
not.
little,
There's not. No.
little mate?
Circuitry.
No.
Okay. I tried my best, dang
Do
it.
you want to Freddy Fazbear yourself?
Maybe I do. Maybe I want to 9 myself.
It's a good reference too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he
Killed himself.
He is going to be. He's going to have like a 25 AC.
All right, I'm here for it. All right, cool. Well, I was like, all
He's
right.
carrying everything.
Yeah, he's our. All right. Well, I found a purpose for you, Bon Bon. Stick around. I don't want you to see me as a master because I'm a master of nothing anymore.
But you do have to do what we say.
No,
What?
I want you to question everything we say and be part of the group. You're not a slave. Yes, we have a connection, and hopefully we can build on that. But you're not. I
He's
don't want
made
you.
of the things that almost killed all of us.
I understand that, but at the same time, he's new to this world.
Is he even sentient?
More so than that bird.
He looks to you and goes,
I have my own thoughts.
I mean,
Do you have your own aspirations?
I feel a connection to him, but those are not my words coming out of him, so I am not controlling
he
him.
was sad when his friend didn't wake up.
you.
That's enough to rumble my tummy.
So Solon, you see him like kind of his shoulders kind of drop a little bit, and he looks back at the other. Oh my god.
Warforged?
I keep wanting to say automaton because I played too much fucking Helldivers. The other Warforged, and looks back and goes,
My reason for being was to help others.
Well,
But you were a custom order for the warden.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
The man who owned the office you lived in.
he looks like, as far as a blank face can look, he looks confused.
I don't.
guess for
Guys,
me,
I think this is getting us nowhere right now. I think we should continue on.
well, we'll learn more about Bon Bon here in a second as we grow up. It seems like you're a new vessel to this world, so like I said, just follow us and learn as much as you can, and as you said, help. Just be as much help as you can to us, and we'll help you as much as we can.
He nods. Norm looks at you, Gwen, and says, "Do you obviously know where we are? Do you know where we are?"
What do you mean?
You said we were in the Underdark. Do you know where we are in this place?
I don't. But do I? I'll look around and see if I'm looking for.
You're looking for
Well,
landmarks.
Yeah, I'm looking for myconids.
He's looking for snacks.
I'm looking for mushrooms that.
He wants sentient food.
Yeah, because Gwen and Sol. Well, I'm something to talk to tell us where we can go. Because we had established that Gwen and Solon were familiar with the Underdark. They knew about this. So, for our listeners and for our noob, myconids are a sentient race of mushrooms that live in the Underdark.
Mushrooms are
and
already sentient.
Basically, they're like the colony is like one large life form. So, if you talk to one little fungus, you can talk to all of them.
Especially if you find that queen.
So yeah, Gwen's just looking for that, but other than that, he's.
Yeah, it's like you saw like across the walls there are like different bioluminescent like algae and bugs and stuff like that. This is like there's no like other natural light in this place. It is fairly well lit because of these things.
Okay.
You do see like the beginnings of a few different like weirdly large mushroom patches down the cave where y'all are standing.
All right.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's just think about it in the same way as if you were an underground critter and you popped out of a hole on the earth or on top of the land and the surface for the first time. It would be. It's just as big and wide of a world down here as it is, or down there as it is up here. So it's going to be pretty impossible to get our bearings until we really get into it. But the good news is, in the Underdark, it doesn't matter so much where you go because everywhere is pretty much going to try to kill you and eat you. And it's not a very pleasant place. I love it. I used to vacation down here, but no, it's pretty much the entire place is the wrong place.
All right, so this doesn't look completely familiar to you. You've never seen this portion of the Underdark, as you can tell for now.
No, not from up here, but
All right, well,
Can I use my herbalism kit to kind of determine what kind of mushrooms these are to see like if there's like a reason like where they might lead to, like if we follow them?
No, but just because you're talking more like a survival check for something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I want to use my herbalism kit instead of that check.
Yes, but so I think yes, you can use your herbalism kit to try to gain a general direction and knowledge of where you are. It's like as far as the way you explained it, I think I better understand that now.
Okay. All right. So, what ability score do you want me to use?
Give me use wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Yeah.
Wisdom. That'll be 19 total.
19 total. So what's growing here, you know, grows in like the southern side of the North Dark.
Okay.
So like as far as like the Faerun map goes, you are far like northwest near an actual coastline in the Underdark. I think the nearest city to y'all. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up a map.
And I like just speaking from my own character, I would honestly probably only know like the major cities. I wouldn't really have much knowledge because my main knowledge of the Underdark comes from the people that frequented my restaurant and the people I interacted with for ingredients and stuff like that while I was.
I think y'all are you know this is somewhere near Rishav.
Okay.
okay. Kind of far.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know how far you are away from that settlement. You just know you are within breeding distance of this particular set of herbs.
In the region of that.
Yes.
All right, I share with the group. Well, we might be able to go towards the city of Rishav if we go down this path. I suggest that we probably keep traveling until we reach the city. We don't want to be stopped along the way in the Underdark. Unless you feel comfortable about a situation, Gwen. I mean, are you from the Underdark or are you a surface dweller?
Well, I said I was very familiar with the Underdark, but now I'm remembering my backstory, and I don't think that's accurate.
A true spit take, gentlemen.
Man, I'm gonna just shut coffee out his nose.
So I'm going to say that there is a very familiar thing on the planet that the realm that I came from. That I don't know if the Underdark is a multi-dimensional area that these different things go into or what it is, but no, I don't think I'm directly familiar with this Underdark. Because I did take the portal here, so I'm not from
Oh, you're not
No.
originally from the
Nope,
Underdark. You
forgot
just-
about that.
You just I thought you worked in the Underdark.
I worked in Underdark because I had said those things.
And Underdark,
but-
not the
Yeah,
Underdark.
no.
God.
I'm now realizing that this isn't quite what I had thought it was.
That 24 actually means you went, oh yeah, oh no.
This is a similar neighborhood, but it's not the same.
There's really where y'all crash landed. Y'all are kind of in a one-way tube and like a cave in here. There's only one way out of this.
We
So-
just streamlined.
Yeah, Norm says I think right now we just. We're all out of spell slots. I think we all need to take a nap.
Says the monk.
Well,
No, I think Norm says, why don't we make camp for now, see what we can gather in the area, and then we can move on and see what we can find.
Yeah, we kind of got a room here.
all right, Bon Bon, can you stand guard, or at least at attention while we rest and gather ourselves so we can be ready for where we are?
Yes.
How big is this cave? Is it like pretty big, or is it a tight one?
It's probably 12 or 13 feet tall,
Okay.
and probably 20 feet wide.
All right, so a decent size enough. So I'd make a fire for us then.
Okay. He like kind of hunkers down and like beyond the fire, like at the edge of the office, and looks out into the darkness. The rest of you kind of hunker down and get ready for a long rest because Jesus, we all need it.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Today has been a day.
It's actually been like 2 days since we slept early.
2 days.
No, because we were up, then we didn't go to sleep, and then we stayed up, so we're pretty tired.
Are you sure it's been 2 days?
Yeah, I think this is all the same day that we.
I know, but even the
Went
day
to-
before that.
Oh,
we did
yeah.
sleep
If it's
longer.
2 days, we
you're
gotta
right.
sleep for 2 days.
It's
Don't you put that evil on me?
it's 1 day, 11 hours and 59 minutes.
Accepted.
This also gets rid of the levels of exhaustion that we got from the slod.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
Oh, how many people got hit with that?
Oh yeah, I was very exhausted.
You had 2 levels of exhaustion. I had 1 level.
I had 0.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Alright, cool.
it didn't hit me. So y'all hunker down to take a long rest. Y'all, all 5 of us are deep sleep, very much needed.
Like the dead.
It's in like the wee hours of the morning when
I am not going to sleep. I'm going to just to do my.
You're gonna sleep.
I don't need to.
He's doing the Elvinish.
That's still sleep.
Yeah.
It's
But only
like-
for
it's
4
like
hours.
reverie.
Yeah, but he's going to do 4 hours.
I'm just making sure you're actually taking a long rest because you will get exhaustion points.
Actually, that's perfect. Thank you. That leads right into what I was going to try to do. So the rest of us all conk out, sleep like the dead. About the time that you kind of come to Jonu, you see Bon Bon as the silent guardian kind of turn his head and look towards the edge of the cave, kind of around the bend. The way that the fire is flickering, there's kind of a blind area where you're standing, and you hear him go,
Hello, friend.
you in the distance, because of the fire, you just see a set of eyes, and it's a kind of a quick flash, and it's like a emerald green in the darkness, not like the bioluminescence you see around it, but in the shadow, just that little bit of light catches its eyes, and it disappears around the corner again.
Well, I don't want to wake them up because then they lose getting the long rest.
So I think it would be long enough. Y'all conked out early enough. This is like y'all went to bed at like 9 in the evening. This is like 4 or 5 in the morning.
All right. Well, I wake everyone up and tell them. What I've seen.
So you've never been here, so you wouldn't know. Do you describe what you saw to everybody?
Yeah, just the glowy eyes or green eyes or whatever it was, yeah.
Everybody that's been to an Underdark.
And I also tell them that Bon said hello, friend. Or was it the other way around?
No, it was right.
Okay. So couldn't you just
What are
ask?
we rolling?
Couldn't you just ask who the friend was?
No, I will.
Nature.
Yeah, nature.
Okay.
Bon, what do you mean by friend?
16.
18.
18. He looks to you and goes,
He didn't appear to be violent, just curious. A short fellow with a very strange hat.
the way that he describes him, he says he was...
Had very long, skinny arms and fairly short legs. Almost like a mushroom.
And then at that point, you see another couple of sets of eyes kind of poke their heads around the corner, and just in the distance, you see it like in the firelight. You two recognize this, or Solon and Gwen recognize this. He recognizes the descriptions. Oh, these are myconids. They are, small kind of. These are not necessarily like children, but they're juvenile myconids.
Okay. This is what an adult looks like, yeah.
These are toads.
Gosh, I want to play with them so bad.
But they look apprehensive and standing off into the distance. You see Bon Bon wave at them again.
It's been a while since I've ate vegetarian.
Well, it looks like you said you were looking for some of these earlier, correct?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I think we found them. Let's head that way.
You talk to one of them, you talk to the whole colony.
What? What do you mean the whole colony?
They're all connected. So when you make one scream, you get to hear the chorus. It fills your mind like raindrops of terror.
Norm looks up at Gwen and says, "Maybe we should ask them for directions."
Yeah, do that first.
Norm kind of goes like kind of rolling off in that direction.
I hop with you, yeah.
Yeah, you see those two like tense up and then take off around the corner. So I think Norm and Basil, I think, go chasing after him.
Yeah, I would. I shall. Don't worry. We're not here to harm you. Come back. We have a few questions.
Give
We're
me-
new here.
Do you hop everywhere?
Give me persuasion at disadvantage.
Doesn't matter what I roll because it's plus a 24.
Plus a 24.
It's 24 because no matter what I roll for
Eloquence
persuasion,
bard.
eloquence bard.
Yeah. I was like, huh?
Yeah, eloquence bard.
You see them stop for just a second, and they're very apprehensive. They have no idea what they're looking at. They're looking at you talking. They're looking at Norm like that thing's gonna eat you.
And you see, I put my hand kind of towards Ron. And be like, it's okay, he's a friend as well. We're your friends, don't worry about a thing.
Norm like puts up an appendage and waves like, hello. These two, they're about our size. They're small. These are small creatures.
Yep.
Kind of wave back and it's like, we kind of heard what your friend was saying, and that's scary.
He has a past that is quite different than a lot of other people's, but don't worry about a thing. He is now passive and will not harm a living creature.
Okay. And they come walking up to the two of us.
Well, so do you mind coming back to the rest of us? We are brand new here and we're kind of lost, and I think you could help us if you'd be willing.
What do you mean? You said you're lost?
Yes, we are lost. We showed up here randomly, and we don't know how to Did you see that really weird building or that structures that we were in?
So just for flavor, are the myconids talking to us telepathically, or are they making sounds?
Oh, you like nobody else can hear them speaking. Like,
Okay, so
it's still dark. You have dark vision now, correct?
Yeah.
You notice the fact there's no mouth.
Yeah.
They're not making noise.
Yeah.
They're talking to you mentally.
Yeah. And I'm speaking out loud.
They tell you, well, you're not too far from a settlement.
Is it your
for regular people? No, we don't live in the settlement. That can be a scary place. It's lots of stone walls.
Kind of like the stone walls that appeared that y'all where we were, correct?
No, different.
Okay. So is this settlement above ground or down here with y'all?
Oh, it's down here with us.
Okay. And you know our friend that kind of scared you, do they kind of look more like him? Majority of them?
Some of them. A long time ago, there was these things that they kind of looked like a beard, but they were like tentacles.
Oh, are any of those still there?
No, there was a revolution. They became food.
Calamari.
Okay. Well, that's really good to know. So I think, do you mind coming back with us with our friends? I'll let them know what you came. And can you take all of us that direction?
No, we have to go back. We don't go over them anymore. They don't like outsiders, but they point. If you go that way, you get to the settlement.
Well, could you kind of lead us as far as you can go? And that way we can get a little bit closer with your expertise. It would be greatly appreciated.
They look at you and then look at each other. I need you to give me persuasion. You need to roll the shit out of persuasion for this.
Anything above 24. 25. All right.
No, they're very scared of you. They say no, but we promise if you go that way, because our settlement, our home is that direction. That's far. So they sent us to just check up on. We don't want to go to the settlement.
Well, no,
they don't
you,
like
you
outsiders.
definitely wouldn't go to the settlement. You don't have to worry about that. But kind of lead us in the right direction. Because are there any like splits or things that might confuse us? Because we're not from here.
They shake their heads. Like, no, you have to go now. They go running off. They like full clip.
Okay.
Norm makes them incredibly nervous.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, the settlement's this way. Let's go gather everyone.
Norm rolls back and
Good.
we tell everybody and we start heading off that direction.
Yep. So guys, just be aware on that direction. The little our little friends that disappeared. They said that there were some creatures that had like octopus faces that used to live here. So there might be a remnant of that kind of laying around somewhere around here. So we do need to be very careful because that doesn't sound normal.
Sounds tasty.
Alrighty. Well, I'm excited for this new adventure, friends.
All right. Well, we need to get to that settlement so we can get back as fast as possible to Eldoria so we can help.
Follow the mushroom road. Follow the mushroom road. I can't even say that fast. We're gonna follow the mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, the mushrooms already left.
No. The ground mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess follow this way. Do I need to roll or we just make?
So no, because they pointed in the right direction.
Okay.
Do me a favor, everybody roll perception.
Nat 1, baby.
10.
That was with the other dice. That's what I get for changing.
18.
You've been rolling nat ones all day anyway.
13.
17, sorry.
13, 17,
10.
10, 1. Okay. You notice it because Basil scares the shit out of Basil. Y'all have been walking for a little ways, and he turns the corner, and there is this massive carving, painting of what you know of. It's a mind flare. It's a perfect description, but it is a cave pictogram of this thing. And there is a skull mounted on a pike in front of this thing. Basil, you walked right into it and thought you actually walked into a mind flare.
What kind of skull is it?
Oh, it's a mind flare skull.
I animate skull.
What?
I have a cantrip. Animate skull.
Okay.
Read you.
D-Dub, tell us what that does.
Softly.
All right. So I imbue. So I walk up to it and I go, oh, look at this beautiful head. And I start stroking the cheeks of its jawbone. And a soft white light glows within it. I cast a spell. I speak a phrase of 10 words or fewer. Whenever a creature touches it or enters a space within it, the skull speaks the phrase. Oh, never mind. This is just going to be fun. Or I can infuse it with malicious energy and it tries to bite some people. All right. Never mind. No, I still do that, but let me think of something funny.
What
that
does
I
it
could
do?
say. I can just make it. Yeah, it's
gonna
basically
scare
like
people.
You hold it, it's like, hi, go.
Yeah.
Have a puppet show.
Hello, friend.
No, it kind of reanimates and the pieces of its tendrils that were there kind of elongate slightly and become
Because of that, Basil is because of how scared he was, hops behind Bun Bun.
it for just a moment because of all this you got distracted. It looks up and everyone goes and then it goes back to sleep.
Wait, what do I want to say?
I just kind of look at my hand and go I'm still getting used to these cleric powers. I'm not always really sure what they do.
What's so holy about moving a skull of a mind flare?
I don't know. I'll have to ask Eldad.
This crazy noise that this thing made, it was loud, and you hear it echoing through this cave.
I'm gonna keep the skull though.
You pull it off the spear.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, roll constitution.
That was the thing I decided to do.
Fine. So y'all keep going down. You hear soft voices in the background, and it's, what was that? I don't know. Nobody should be down here. The only thing they're down here is Mike Nets. You come around the corner, and there are two. They look human, but they are very, very white skin, like sheet white skin, almost translucent. Nice. Very large eyes, short torsos, long limbs. They are both holding spears, and they are both they both have face painting, and they look like the people that were depicted in this cave drawing.
All right, I'm going to try to sneak completely around them from the other side of the group.
Roll me stealth.
$23.
So one of them is still looking around, and he's still kind of panicking because he's hearing voices.
Yeah,
and
I want to just go on the edge of the wall behind rocks, kind of sneak it all the way around as quiet as possible.
As you're doing that, you kind of hide behind one of the rocks.
Yeah.
And when you poke your head back out, there's only one of them standing there.
Okay.
You hear next to you "Oi, what you think you're doing?"
I make that noise and I start hopping away like I'm a rabbit, leading him to the group.
So, I found him. Let's go. And he turns, and they run over there, and they start running after you to go, and they run into the group. They stop, and one of them looks at the other one and goes, fuck.
And then I look at it and go, found you.
They're standing there. They see you with the mind with the mind flayer skull, and they freeze up and lock like, what are you trying to do with that?
I slowly put the mind flare skull over my own head.
Oh, he throws the spear at you. What's your AC?
17, I think.
6 ain't gonna do it. He hooks the spear at you and be like, don't fucking do that.
Oh, I'm gonna. And I just like slowly raise it, and then like, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Drop your shit. Drop your weapon.
He's not holding a spear anymore. He threw it at you.
There is the other one too, right?
He drops it and goes, but look, we don't know if they'll come back if you do that.
Better start talking.
Look.
Oh,
We
I might
find-
drop it. My fingers are slippery. I got brain grease on them.
He looks at it. They both look at you. Look. All we know is that we're constantly on guard to make sure those technically faced bastards didn't come back.
And you think they're gonna come back from a skull?
Look, they did a lot of shit to us. All
I can
right.
tell.
He looks at you kind of incredulously like, you're rude.
Only to men.
That's shitty. Look, so we're only guards. You obviously don't look like them, but look, come with us. Maybe just don't put that thing on because we truly don't know what's going on. Right? And
Sounds
they-
good. I was just playing a little joke on you. My name's Gwen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I haven't seen a drow this age, and it's been years.
And he called you old.
Well, I'm not sure what to say to that.
We just don't see very many drow in Reshov.
That's probably a good thing. They're not a very kind people.
They do have interesting things to trade.
What do you have to trade?
Well, come with us, because you're going to need somebody that's from the settlement to get you in.
Sounds good. If you all try to lead us into any traps, I'm gonna go ahead and put this skull here on my owlbear.
A what?
Yeah, my baby owlbear, my baby girl.
It'll
You guys try to
transform it
betray
into a
us.
mind flayer owlbear.
I'm
and
gonna turn this
murder
into
everyone.
a mind flayer monster.
Well, we hate that. Please don't do it.
Okay, I think we're all fast friends here.
They start leading you down this cave, and you walk up, and this tunnel becomes this massive cavern.
Okay.
And there are random pools throughout, throughout this area, and there's only one walkway, and it looks like it is 4 walls, but they are like slanted 45 degrees up and out.
Okay.
They are massive. These are 30 to 40 foot walls, and there are guards lining across the top, all very similarly looking, like people. They get up to the gate and go, "Oi! Open the fucking gate!" And one of them looks down and goes, "I'm gonna be so cheeky. Just open the fucking gate." They go through and you see it cracks open just a little bit, and there are other guards on the inside, and they're all looking. It's like, look, then obviously they're not mind flayers. Obviously, we told them to put the skull down. we keep that up as a warning. Look, if you've got things to trade, maybe you can go and you can buy place to sleep. It's not a real great place to travel in. There's other creatures around. You gotta make sure those little mushroom bastards don't run up and steal all your shit, because they'll literally pick the meat off your bones if you're not careful.
What?
So, welcome to, man forgot where he's from. Hold on. Shit, where'd it go? Reshov. If you need anything, let us know. don't stab anybody, don't kill anybody, unless they do something to you first. But no, for real, we'll all attack.
All right. So, quick question. So, everyone that kind of lives in this area, y'all are all human?
I was about to say that. Like, what the heck are you?
Yeah, what else would it be?
I don't know. I mean, we're all different as well. I was just double checking.
We're all like regular humans. Just because we were enslaved by mind flayers for like 4 or 5 centuries.
I don't think you realize you don't look like regular humans.
Yeah, they look a little bit different nowadays, but I mean, especially above ground.
That's
Oh, we don't go up there. That place is awful.
You were, I bet.
What else has been coming down from the tunnel, the same place we came from? Because there's got to be a reason that portal led here. So, has any weird stuff been coming out from the same place that we came from?
Well, the Myconids have been fairly peaceful until about 5-6 years ago. They started freaking out, and they'll actually kill and eat people now.
My, oh my.
Like, the little ones aren't too bad. They're pretty chill, but the big ones are, yeah. Look, if you see one of the big ones, they're not the thing you really have to worry about. They're big and they're loud. It's what they carry. Like, fucking spiders the size of your torso. It's crazy.
All right. So, not trying to be a mood point. How do we get to the surface as quickly as possible from here? We're not trying to stay here. We're trying to get out as quickly as possible.
Where are we to go?
Oh, you're gonna have to find the underroot.
All right, the underroot. Do you know where that is?
Probably 150 miles that direction. And he points towards the wall. There's another like cave entrance. But you see it's got that wall on the walkway to it. There are that is probably the heaviest guarded area. He goes, but that direction's also where the Myconid settlement is.
Right.
That colony is massive now.
All right. So you're saying, as 6 years ago, the Myconids gained a crazy amount of power that they might not have had before?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate the information.
So if you need anything, Central Market's that way.
All right. I appreciate it. All right. I looked at everybody. It seems as though it might be 150 feet or 50 miles that way to get out, but I don't think that's the way we need to go. It seems as though there's a power or portal. That's where the Myconids are. So I think we actually probably need to go that way pretty quickly.
I'm all for cooking some Myconids.
Well, Jonu, what do you think? I know you've been kind of quiet since the revelation of everything that's been going on. I am assuming you want to go back as quickly as possible to Eldoria. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, I think they start kind of shuffling that direction, and they point you off towards it looks, for lack of, all of these buildings are roofless. There's no actual rooftop to them because there's not really any weather in here. But they show you toward they call it Central Market, but it's a main marketplace, and it looks like different buildings and homes and stuff like that are. So, gentlemen, welcome to Reshov and welcome to the Underdark. I hope you like creepy things that go bump in the night, because they absolutely will bump back. Ruein, pacing back and forth in his dimly lit office, his mind swirling with thoughts of vengeance against the 5 adventurers who'd foiled his grand plan. He had spent years meticulously orchestrating this scheme, trying to weed out the Warden with all of his incredible machines and this unending supply of false joy. But luckily, these meddling heroes decided to do most of the work for him. With a sinister grin, he began to devise his revenge. He would gather the intelligence he would need against the 4, because he knew all he would need to know about the 5th. The brave warriors that stood against him in battle, the mayor would arrange a trap. And as soon as they came back to within his spiral of power, he would finally finish this. He would finally gain the power he sought.